So I just finished a workout, and I had a conversation with some people this morning that made me realize just how lost people are when it comes to their training. There's so much information out there. It feels like there's too much, and it seems like there's no reason for anything else to be said, but there's so many people who just seem to still not know what to do when it comes to their training that I think I have something to say. And because I'm Coach Trent, I have the owner, proprietor, head coach of Big and Strong Performance Training, health and phys ed teacher in the junior high football coach, shot put discus coach, strength and conditioning coach. Like this is my life, is coaching, and I want to coach more and help more because it is frustrating for me to see so many people still lost. They don't have a reason for why they're doing anything when it comes to the weight room or their training. They're just checking boxes off of a list. It's shoulders day, so they just pick a couple random shoulder exercises and they go to work and they leave 10, 15, 20 minutes. They don't know what muscles really they're working. They don't know what joints they're moving through. They don't know what they're doing, and they wonder why they don't make any progress in the long term. Because I understand exercise science-based lifting gets a bad rep. I get it. That was my background. And I do think there's a lot of nerd nonsense in the exercise science field. Honest to God, I probably have learned more doing my own research or reading what other coaches have to say than I did in my 4-year degree in exercise science, the brief time I spent in PT school, my master's in health and phys ed, and the master's I'm getting now in exercise science. I've learned more on my own than I have through those degrees because there's just so many hoops and nonsense in exercise science, but that's a different conversation. But there has to be a reason why you do stuff. It doesn't have to be super detailed exercise, phys, anatomy, whatever, but you have to have a reason. You can't just pick random things because some old head told you this was great 20, 30 years ago. You need to know why you're doing stuff, or be able to say why you're doing something, more than just checking a box off. And that's where I think I want to come in and try to help people build systems, help people gain a better knowledge base on how to build a program, and how to program better for themselves, for those Gen Pop Johnnies, people who maybe are still doing what they did when they were in high school, but they're 20 years older. People who haven't touched a weight before. Even if you're someone who is still super active, you golf, you play pickleball on the weekends, whatever, that you're still somewhat athletic, but you just happen to be 30, 40 years old because, I turned 30 myself this year, and while my training doesn't look like it did when I was still playing football and throwing, I still want to be somewhat athletic, and there's a reason why I do that. There's a reason why I do everything in my training. And again, I feel like so many people don't understand their reason for why they're doing certain things, and that's where I come in as a coach. If you want help programming, reach out. Even better yet, you could join the waitlist for the elite training menu in the description, in the bio. That's in development, coming out hopefully here soon. And I have some ideas for what I want to try and teach people. So please subscribe, and I'll see you later.